Hey guys, my name is Katerina Barrie. Welcome to another episode of the Daily Oracle for Empaths. If you're new to my channel, I create content about empaths, our special gifts and abilities, our challenges. I talk about empath empowerment, psychic development, different divination tools, and I also do tarot card readings, oracle card readings, and some channeled messages. So that's pretty much the scope of this channel. If you're interested in these subjects, please consider subscribing. I want to move in right into the heart of this video, which is usually there's a channeled message in these series in each of these videos. So the message I'm actually not going to channel today during this video because it has come to me a little earlier during the day. I've been living it all day, and it actually came to me during my morning channeling, which, as I mentioned in these series, I like to do a lot of my channeling in automatic writing. So that's usually my natural form. I am challenging myself to do a little more of these kind of live on camera. But this one came to me while I was journaling in the morning, and the message was, it's been reinforced because I've heard it elsewhere as well, but it's just been highlighted in so many ways today. And the message is, do it now because you will never be ready. Like, getting ready is a lie. There is no ready. There is, and I've heard that from some of my mentors before. I've heard this reinforced in some content that I like to read and expose myself to. But as an empath, actually, I feel like I'm a little more perfectionist than typically people are, because as an empath, I'm very sensitive to people's responses, people's emotions, people's reactions. And so sometimes I get a little too much into my head, where I'm trying to estimate everyone's response and how this or that thing will make people feel, what their reactions could be. And I get so carried away because I'm so connected to other people. I have so many different sources that I can tune in and get exposed to a lot of this kind of intuitive information. So there comes a time where there's like this intuitive overwhelm. Like, my bandwidth is just overloaded with all these what ifs and, assumptions and these estimations and projections. And I end up not taking action. And so today the message was very clear. I actually pulled a few cards for myself, and it was like, you know what to do, what actions to take. You can't be ready, so you might as well just start acting right now. And I actually follow that guidance because while I was journaling, while I was channeling, there was a specific item on my mind that I've been kind of mulling over. And the item was, I was considering making this business investment. I would risk about $100 doing it, but the reward could possibly be a lot more. And I've been contemplating it for a while now. And finally, the message was so clear. It was like, do this now. You can't be prepared. You can't be ready. You have to do it now because you'll never be ready. And so I did it, and I actually decided to go even further and test it out. So like, I invested the amount, and then I immediately decided to put it to work and, take action and like use it. And the most amazing thing happened. I've doubled my investment. So not only have I made the money back already that I've invested, but I've made a profit from that investment in one day. And it's just blowing my mind because I'm not used to this. I'm not used to taking action like this. I'm not used to making bold decision like this. I'm not used to seeing immediate response, and let alone just, taking immediate action once I actually commit. And this has been such a transformative day, such an amazing experience. So I decided to share this because I feel like this message is not just for me, it's for myself and empaths like me out there. So the message is, you will never be ready. Never, ever will you be ready. because there's always more information, there's always more that you can learn, more than you can estimate, more than you can predict. You don't have all the factors, you're not considering everything, and you can always add more, and you can always guess and sit around and estimate and calculate and, think about all the possibilities. But until you take action, there is no proof. There is no guarantee. There is no real results. So the only thing that you can do is just jump right into it and take action and be okay with the fact that you're never going to be ready. So if you don't feel like you're ready for something that you've been waiting to do, that you've been excited to do, that you've been preparing for a while, it's time to take action. Because if you take more time to prepare, that's not going to make any difference, because you're actually never going to feel ready. And I think this is the biggest takeaway from this channeled revelation that I've had this morning, is that readiness is a feeling. And you can never have that feeling through preparation. You can never have that feeling through worry. You can never have that feeling through endless projections and guesses and plans. You can't really ever feel completely ready, but you can induce that feeling by deciding that you're ready. Just saying to yourself, you know what, I'm ready for this. And this is what I did today. I was like, I have no idea what I'm doing. I don't know how it's going to play out, but worst comes to worst, I'm just going to lose this investment money. Am I okay with that? And when I asked myself that, I was like, yeah, I mean, it's going to kind of suck, because I'm going to have to, just take that loss. But am I willing to risk it? Could the rewards be possibly a lot bigger? Yes. Will I be devastated? Is it gonna, ruin my life that I'm gonna lose this money possibly? No. It's gonna be upsetting, but it's the risk I'm willing to take. So I am ready. I don't feel ready, but I'm gonna be ready, because I'm doing this now, and I'm gonna see what happens and just jump right in. Feet first, head first, everything, just the whole body first. And so it paid off tremendously. Now, I'm not saying that whatever you're about to do is going to pay off, or that, you should be reckless. I'm just saying that if you've been trying to get ready and you don't feel ready yet, consider for a second that you might never feel ready. Like, you might do 10 more years of prep and you might still not feel ready. Are you willing to wait? Are you willing to sacrifice more time? Are you willing to teeter around the edge, getting ready, but never really taking action? Maybe it's time to acknowledge the fact that you're not going to feel ready. You need to decide that you are and just jump right in, or not, or just walk away from it. But don't spend too much time on the edge like I've been doing. And this is what my guides told me. I channel Ascended Masters, and the Ascended Master Melchizedek that I work with most of the time, which is a very kind of a vast spiritual figure. It's not really a person. It's kind of this energy of transformation and growth and connecting to the divine directly. So this ascended master Melchizedek, this energy of Melchizedek, the lesson was, there is really no ready. It's a decision, and you have to make it. And when you do, that's when miracles happen. And another thing that I got in that channeling was that some of the things that keep me procrastinating, some of the things that hold me back from making these leaps of faith and commitments and making these decisions and deciding that I'm ready, and just jumping in, is fear. And fear is natural, because fear kind of shows you where you haven't been before, what you haven't done before. Fear shows you what could possibly happen if you grow. But ultimately, you have to accept the risk and accept the fact that you are afraid in order to embrace it enough to do the thing that you want to do anyway. So that's been an amazing message. As you can see, it's paid off tremendously well for me. It's been such a great day, and I just wanted to share this with you guys. And I'm actually applying it to some more areas besides this one business investment opportunity. But it's important to trust your own guidance. Sometimes also with this message, it's important to trust yourself first. Like, consider others' advice and input, and take it into consideration. But ultimately, it's your opinion, your intuition, your gut feeling that you should be basing your decisions on, because no one is responsible for your decisions other than yourself. So when it comes to, asking people for advice, it's a good practice. It's a good practice to consider that advice. But at the end of the day, it's up to you to make the ultimate decision. So on this note, I am moving on to the part of this video where we pull a oracle card. And so I've been using this deck in my recent videos. I'm about to review some oracle decks that I have, so I'm kind of waiting to record these videos. But this deck I've not really used much in my own practice, but I've been really enjoying using these cards on these daily oracle for empaths. So these are Grace cards by Cheryl Richardson. They're easy to work with because on one side they have the image, and on the other side they have the kind of the reading, the interpretation. So it's easy for me to hold up the card for you guys and read the reading on the back. So it works really well for these videos. So now we have devotion. Stay connected to the divine. Pray, express your gratitude, or ask for help out loud. Make the practice of devotion a daily habit. And that's actually interesting because that's what I'm working on right now. I started these series so that I can do a lot more daily channeling, daily messages. Really, my spiritual team has been advising me that I journal every day, that I bring myself before them and kind of receive the guidance. But I've not been able to do that every single day, which is why I started also doing these readings to kind of help me stay more consistent with my devotion, and to also share the wisdom and the guidance that I receive from my spiritual guides, share it with you guys, whoever happens to find these videos, so that it may serve more than one person. But I'm being reminded that all this breakthroughs, all this incredible a realization that has helped me make such a big leap and have such insane immediate rewards. It's coming from that place of devotion, because actually I did bring myself before the divine today, this morning. I did sit there and journal. I did script some of the issues that I've been trying to work on. I did do kind of positive aspects journaling, which is also kind of like gratitude journaling. And then I did journal and channel. So it was it was like an hour and a half of this kind of spiritual activity, but it did bring me the wisdom and the realization that has transformed my experience almost completely today, and definitely blew my mind, to say the least. But it's a reminder that there are so many miracles that come from that place of devotion, from that place of bringing yourself before the divine and humbly asking for guidance, and then following that guidance courageously, wholeheartedly, even if it scares you, even if it doesn't make sense at first, even if it's something that you've never done before. Because that inner wisdom, that inner guidance, that's our direct connection to the universal intelligence, to the mind of God. And so I'm very grateful for that connection. I'm very grateful for my practice, because it taught me so much this morning. But it's a reminder to you, what is your practice like? Is it journaling? Is it prayer? Is it meditation? Is it, just being kind of with yourself and setting some intentions for the day? Is it saying some affirmations? Is it, turning your attention to your spiritual guides, to your ancestors, to your teachers, to your archangels, to your, cosmic galactic team, whatever it is, whoever it is that you're working with, whatever energies you're working with, how are you honoring that? How are you learning from that? How is that a spiritual journey? What is your devotion? What is your practice? If you guys want to share that in the comments, I would really appreciate it. If you have any questions, as always, you can ask in the comments. I respond to all the comments that I receive. If you would like to support me on this journey of creating content about and for empaths, especially if you are an empath yourself, definitely consider subscribing. I have a small channel, but it's growing. I'm really excited about that. Definitely more content in the works. And I'm working also on a consistent release schedule. So I'm just kind of preparing for that. But I'm also getting ready to maybe do some more tarot readings on this channel also. So with all of that being said, I would really appreciate it if you subscribe. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. That makes a giant difference for little creators like myself. And yeah, and I will see you in the next video. And until then, I love you so very much. I hope you can feel my love. Bye.